Deliberation starts tomorrow. The judge will give the jury their instructions, and we'll be waiting for a verdict. And I just want to highlight a few things because I've been thinking about the closing arguments. I did do a brief video, but I want to talk about a few things. Number one, Agnifilo and Slavic have two totally different styles. Slavic is very, very not really engaging, doesn't appeal to the emotional side, very textbook oriented, has a binder, has a lot of exhibits to go through. Just really boring. I mean, and the jury was not engaged. They looked like they were tired. Some of the people even looked like they went to sleep. It was just very flat. Okay. Then you have Agnifilo, who was theatrical, said some stuff that he really pushed the envelope, made you go, what? Huh? You were either going to be like, hell yeah, or like, hell nah. I know he didn't just say that. Like, those are the only two reactions that you got from him. And honestly, the jury was more in tune with him. The guy who replaced juror number 6, juror number 6 is a black guy. They could never figure out where he stayed. The judge dismissed him. He was replaced with a white male, an older white male, bald head with glasses. He was tuned in, especially when Agnifilo was talking about how, where's the crime scene? Where's the crime scene? Oh, the crime scene is your private sex life. And stating how Cassie wanted $30 million and how she is, how this is all about money, so on and so forth. He was tuned in, locked in. I'm talking about pen in hand, sitting at the edge of his seat. Do you hear me? And a lot of people were laughing. The jurors, a lot of jurors were laughing, engaging with Agnifilo. They clearly liked his closing statement the best. Now, Comey did come back because, it's the prosecutor's defense, and then prosecutors can do a rebuttal. Comey did come back with her, little 1-2, but honestly, I think she should have started it and closed it, because by the time she came back, the jury was already like, okay, let's go. We over it. It's done. And while Agnifilo was speaking, he brought up some good points. Like, number one, they charging Diddy with kidnapping Capricorn Clark when she took the polygraph test. She was, for 5 days, she was taking a polygraph test, so on and so forth. But every day she went home. Agnifilo was like, if she went home every day, how is that kidnapping? Was she being kidnapped when she was at home by herself? And he also reminded the jury that she stated she wanted to continue to take the polygraph test because she wanted to pass. That's it. So how did he kidnap her? And furthermore, Agnifilo was like, Diddy didn't even know that this was going on because he was on Broadway doing Raisin in the Sun. Why would he have the time to be worried about somebody doing polygraph tests? He also brought up Cowboy for Angels. If Diddy was buying prostitutes and sex trafficking prostitutes and escorts and stuff, how the hell is Cowboy for Angels still in business? That's where he got them from. The business is flourishing. Nothing is wrong. Like, they're not in the jail. I mean, they're not in the system. His thing was, why is Diddy the only one here? Why is Diddy the only one here? He also spoke about how the escorts were like, I was just being paid for my time. That's it. And when you think about a RICO, typically people involved in RICOs, they make money off of the predicate acts that they are doing. They are committing. But, Diddy never made any money. He funded the lifestyle. Now, this is just my thinking at this point. He funded the lifestyle. It was a lifestyle he funded. He didn't make any money. Where's the profit? Where's the RICO? Agnifilo also brought up, the government was stating that not all of the freak-offs were sex trafficking. Not all of them were forced or coerced. Agnifilo was like, okay, how is Diddy supposed to know which one is forced and which one is not? So the first 75 freak-offs are consensual, but then the 76th one is not? That's a really good point. How the hell is Diddy supposed to know which freak-off is consensual and which freak-off is not? When you, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he brought up some, he has to plant the doubt, right? He did a really good job planting doubt. He also talked about how nobody went to the government. Nobody called 911. Nobody called Homeland Security. Nobody did any of those things. But they did call civil rights. I mean, Lord, not civil rights. Civil attorneys. They did call for those lawsuits. This is something that the government, and I quote, targeted Sean Combs. According to Agnifilo, Sean Combs is a very successful black man. He was doing DEI before DEI was even a thing. Did his assistants always like him? No, they didn't. But all of them got on the stand and testified that he was helpful. He was like a god. He taught them so much. I mean, they love this man. The word love was used, I believe, 881 times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. At least over 800 times during this testimony. These people love Sean Combs. He also went on to say that Cassie is the winner here. If there's a winner, it's Cassie. Diddy is sitting in jail. Okay? He also said that Cassie is not naive. She had 2 cell phones. One for Diddy, one for Kid Cudi. And after she got done with, messing with Kid Cudi, she went on to Michael B. Jordan. Then went back to Diddy. He was saying Cassie knows what's going on. She's very intelligent. She wasn't naive at all. This is the same woman who had a hotel room for her burner phone for Kid Cudi, per Agnifilo. He also talked about Kid Cudi's Porsche being blown up. Being blew up. Nobody knows about the fingerprints that went missing. Nobody knows about, the glove, or they saying that it's a woman's DNA. How can you charge Diddy? How is he responsible for that? Capricorn Clark said that was a chase that happened. Kid Cudi didn't even talk about the chase, the alleged chase that happened. The detective who testified on the stand, who got the license plate of the Bad Boys, SUV, didn't even say that he saw a chase. So did a chase really happen? Hell, ain't nobody talk about it except Capricorn Clark. Agnifilo was like, I think Kid Cudi will remember that. I think the detective will remember that. If he could get a license plate number, surely he could remember if he saw a high-speed chase. That's something they would have testified to. The only person who said that was Capricorn Clark. But some may have not liked Agnifilo's delivery. He definitely made you go, Oh, okay, Well, maybe he got a point. Well, I don't know. It's your girl, Elijah Shanae, and I'll be back with more updates of the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Lord, I forgot